None of that was funny.
I'll work on my comedy.
Is this on? Oh, it's Belinda. You're so sexy. Sexy beast. Oh, there's questions. No, I need you up here. I need you up here. I know we're not supposed to start yet.
What happened?
Hello, is this on? Hello? Hello? Okay, all right. All right. Everyone's okay? You guys all right in the front row?
Ready.
Is everybody ready for this? I want to hear like huge amounts of applause for this.
All right, we're going to start this in a matter of 3 seconds. No, 3 seconds. We just want to take a moment to pause. Everybody reflect.
We want to pause.
All right, did you do it?
It was Tiffany's birthday yesterday. Can I get a big happy birthday?
Happy birthday!
Yay! It's still my birthday weekend. Thank you very much.
I crawled out of the cake for her last night.
She did. She tried to jump out of the cake. That didn't really work out. These guys over here made that cake. Everybody give a round of applause for the cake maker.
Jason and Sarah.
Hey, where's Christina Cleve?
I could not find her.
Paging Christina Cleve.
Christina Cleve.
Christina Cleve. Please see Tiffany.
Christina Cleve to Killer Mermaid. Where are you? All right, so Christina's on her
We're
way.
going to take this on the road. What do you think?
Yeah, this is going to be a great road show. This is going to be one city tour. Hello.
Hi.
What movies have you starred in, you sexy beast?
Are you the other screen
Show
queen?
me your boobs.
Mike was the star of Butt Blazers 13. Actually. Stop.
No, this is a family show, you
this is
sick
new.
fuck. Oh. Anyway, hello, I'm Tiffany Shepis. This is Felissa Rose.
Hi.
And we are not on Scream Queens, the TV show, but maybe next season. But Felissa, you probably could. You had a penis in a movie once.
I did. I am the chick with the dick. Thank you.
But they already have one of those on that show. No.
You know.
Who's the chick with the dick on the show?
I don't know. You got to watch that.
So, do you guys hate the term scream queen? Do you think it's used way too much?
No. I loved the term Scream Queen until people started saying Felissa Rose was a Scream Queen, and I just don't like to be associated with
Is
that.
there anybody
with those
here who
kind of
can help me
people.
beat her? Anybody?
She's a hugger and I'm a thugger. Hey, Rich Dalzado from Horror Realm, Pittsburgh. Way to go.
Why does he have two beards?
One's for you.
One's
But
for me.
Felissa, we really want to hear your opinion about Scream Queens.
I think it's a great title, you know. It sums this bitch up in one quick, you know, one quick syllable sentence.
Yeah, that was fascinating, wasn't it, everyone? Felissa.
No, I really do. I think it's a great term, and I'm honored to be in that, you know, there's a handful of actresses out there who are, I think, amongst the kind of elite, like Danielle Harris and Jamie Lynn. What's her name? Jamie Lynn Curtis? Jamie Lynn Curtis.
The only true Scream Queen, and you can't remember her name.
This is
moron.
true.
Jamie Curtis?
Adrienne Barbeau.
That's right. Why isn't she on this one?
She should be on the panel. Adrienne Barbeau, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful woman. And here's
Lloyd Kaufman! Oh, now we really have to step up our game.
Daddy.
Do some fucking dancing.
Big Daddy.
The circus is in town. So what do I think of the word Scream Queen? I used to. Here is a queen, if I've ever seen one.
I'm a happily gay married man, and queen every minute of the day. I would just like to say that these two beautiful goddesses, if trauma were any good, we would have had them in our movies. But we cannot afford them. We are poor and gay at trauma. But Felissa, Tiffany, two of the best goddesses on the face of this big blue planet.
At least in Syracuse.
Well, this is my panel, of course. Welcome to the Lance Bass panel, and I'm very happy to be here.
We love
Lance,
you.
you're looking phenomenal.
Yes, thank you. But this chair is so, it's very small.
Giant ass.
It's like my penis. At any rate, I know how popular I am, Felissa, and
Felicia.
Michael, we're all buddies.
Fellatio, whatever you want to
Everyone,
call
Felicia
it.
Tulip. Star of
Exactly.
This
a
is
movie called
Tiffany
Sleepaway
Shepis.
Camp. Oh, look, there's Barry Bostwick, star of
Tiffany
Bostwick's
Shepis.
here, ladies and
Barry, do you
gentlemen.
want to come on up?
all of
Make a
the
cameo joke here.
And celebrities are here.
Barry just frowned.
It's okay. I didn't want him to try to lick my hand again.
Well, I would. May I just congratulate Tiffany and Felicia, and it's a wonderful.
It's a wonderful time we're having here. Thank you, Lloyd Kaufman.
Thank you, Lloyd
everybody.
Kaufman. I'd like to thank Michael. Thank you.
Yeah, Troma Aroma. So back to that amazingly awesome question
Very
about
profound, very
Scream Queens.
profound.
I hate you.
I would not.
I know. We're gonna.
I fucking hate all of them. Where's Christina Clean?
Does anybody have a question?
I have a bunch, but you're not going to answer any of them.
Somebody had a
Felissa.
real cocktail.
Yeah, I'm right here. So, at what points during the audition process, when you read the script, what point during sleepaway camp did you realize you first had a penis?
I realized it very quickly. I read the script, and at the, on the last page it said, we reveal the genitalia that she is now a boy. And I said, yes, this is my role! Even though Tiffany Shepis really wanted it. Didn't you, Tiffany?
When I was in my mother's womb, I was dying to play the part of Angela in Sleepaway Camp. Unfortunately, my mother had me about 20 years too late. Shit. But no, what's exciting about Sleepaway Camp is that now you finally have a cult classic. I have not yet. I'm too young. I have to wait.
I'll show it to you next week.
Mama.
Come to mommy.
Mama.
Yeah, I realized fast. Just get to our questions.
Tiffany,
Yes.
what is it like to be filleted by a shark?
Filleted? Or filleted? Oh, I was like,
Both
I
of
get
them, I guess.
filleted by a shark? That could be, like Burning Angel does all of those horror pornos. Maybe there's going to be a Sharknado one. What would that be called? Like...
Fucknado? I don't know.
Dicknado? Dicknado works.
Shark filleto?
Don't you do it? I don't know. To get eaten by a shark in Sharknado 2 was kind of the most awesome experience I've ever had, truthfully. I kind of begged to be in that movie. Kind of like you did on Tales of Halloween.
Yes, I did. I am in Tales of Halloween. I played the cat. Thank you.
So let me tell you guys something about this new movie that we have coming out called Tales of Halloween. Christina's in it too, but she's not here. Barry Bostwick is in it. I'm in it. My kid's in it. Her kid's in it. Felissa came by and never left. And all the directors like, why is she still here?
And they put me in each and every one of their segments.
So she's an extra. It's really cute.
It's
pretty nice.
I'm background, but who, don't blink.
But it comes out this Halloween, which is going to be really cool. You guys should check that out. It's kind of like this year's answer to Trick or Treat. So this kind of wacky, crazy anthology. Our segment with our kids and me is directed by Adam G., who did Night of the Demons. And it's pretty dope. You should watch that. When you're not watching me get filleted by a shark in Sharknado 2.
The best part of the film.
So let's talk about a film, Beg.
Why?
It was great.
Why?
I just watched it in preparation.
Beg?
Yeah.
I beg you
Is
to
this with
not
Tony
watch
Moran?
Beg.
Yeah.
And Tony Todd?
I think there should be a law that
DJ Souls.
when I make a
Tiffany
movie, when I make a movie, that if it should be like in the contract that if it doesn't come out for more than like 3 years, then it just can't come out. Like we don't have to talk about it anymore. The movie was like 9 years ago. I don't even remember who's in it. I don't remember what it's about, but apparently it was good.
No.
Oh shit. I just wanted to talk about how bad it was.
Yeah.
Ask Tony Todd.
Tony was in it for a little bit. And then
Tony Moran.
Tony Moran was in it. No. She was a waitress. Then there was a shower scene.
I played a waitress?
Yeah.
Is she
I got
naked?
You did get naked.
Really?
Fully? Full frontal? Let's talk about nudity.
What movie is this?
Yeah,
It's called
Beg.
Beg. B-E-G. Yeah. You played a waitress.
No, but don't watch Beg for nudity. Watch Abominable. I still get residuals on that. So, this is riveting.
It is riveting. Drew, do you have anything?
We usually just let them not do everything we can to make sure they don't
We're
go to
trying
jail.
to keep this professional.
This is weird.
The first time you've ever said those words have ever come out of your
I
mouth.
have a question.
Let me see.
I actually have a question. Would you girls ever consider doing like a buddy cop show?
A buddy cop show?
Yeah, buddy cop. Like buddy cops, like sort of like, you know, like Charlie's Angels.
Wherever, like.
I just think that, you know, that would be like
Danny Glover and who?
No, like the fucking 21 Jump Street guy.
Oh.
I want to be the hot one though. I'm gonna be Channing Tatum.
I'll take the old
You're the fat Jewish guy.
Cagney and Lacey.
Yeah, I would
Sign me
as
up.
long as I'm Channing.
I love playing fat Jewish men. It's my specialty. That would be me. Oh, Seth Rogen.
Yes, I would totally do that as long as I'm the hot one.
Who is she talking about? 21 Jump Street.
22 Jump Street, right? Or 21 Jump Street.
Partner to Channing Tatum.
and
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
I'll be Jonah Hill. I love him. I'm in love with him.
So a serious question, Tiffany.
Yeah, that was serious.
Bloody Murder 2.
Yes.
I actually enjoyed that.
It's a good movie.
It's one of the few that the sequel is much better than the original.
That was a weird movie. So Artisan made this movie called Bloody Murder 2 101 years ago. And when we signed on to do it, we were all like, oh, this
So
is
you
a
are my
sequel.
age.
Yes. Not as old. When we all signed on to do it, we're all like, oh, Bloody Murder, where do you get the first one? And they're all like, no, you can't watch that. And we're like, why would anyone sink money into a sequel? That's horrible. But it truly was. It was this movie that was shot for like $8, and it was so bad. But the sequel, they had like a real budget for. It was like $500,000, and they had SAG actors, and they had a decent budget, and it was a total fucking Friday the 13th ripoff. But it didn't matter. Like, the effects were cool, and people were hot, and I got naked, and it was really great. And Felissa loved it, and that's when she first decided she was a lesbian for me.
It is true, though. I did see that movie.
Breaking news.
Yeah, it is right here.
Everyone knew.
Yes.
But yeah, that was weird.
Do you have a question? What's that?
Oh, breaking news for Bloodbath and Beyond. What the?
You can come on up.
Yeah,
Here's a
why
question.
not? Sure.
Who's the question then?
Right over there.
Breaking news. TMZ.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh, this guy.
Now, when, like, with comedy horror, because you both have, at least, I know with Tiffany, you've had when The Hazing, which is a comedy horror. If Felissa, with Return to Sleepaway Camp, without spoiling it, the cop part does have some very comedic moments. Is it difficult to go from doing like a scream sequence, or a scream scene, I would say, like an hour earlier, then get into the comedy moments?
It is so hard.
For the big budget films that I do, it's very difficult. I have to remember, I am a method actress now. It's fun because I've done all the Caesar and Otto movies, and they're all horror comedy, and it's actually a nice reprieve from doing all of the screaming and all of the horror movies, and you just kind of, you can't play the comedy, so it's always serious. You just create a character and allow the funniness come from the lines and the scene that's set up.
I think like 90% of the movies I've ever done are considered horror comedies, and maybe not that's what they didn't set out to be, but some were just so bad they ended up being hilarious. Especially the ones I've done with Felissa. We actually did a movie together that not many people know about. It was called The Trash Monster.
It's called Sludge.
Sludge. And it was about
I was 9.5 months pregnant.
A recycling monster.
Bitch.
It was made out of trash bags and cans that they found in the river.
Do you remember how pregnant I was?
Oh, I just thought you were fat. You were pregnant?
Yes, I was very, very pregnant.
Weird.
And we play sisters, and the whole, like, we're in a car, do you remember? And we're fighting.
No, I don't remember any of it, but there was a trash
Perfect.
monster, which is hilarious. So you should find that and make Felissa sign it, because she's so good at comedy.
Yes,
Ladies,
excellent.
we have a young, impressionable man here looking to ask a question.
Yay!
Out of all the movies you're gonna do in the future, like, do you plan on doing any more movies in the future?
I don't think so. I think this is it. Like, how does it get any better than this moment? I plan on doing a movie in the future.
I'm retired.
When you get to this age, it's hard. It's hard to work those hours at night.
This is true.
When, Felissa's like almost like a corpse. And it's just difficult. It's really difficult.
She
for
just
her.
tells me what to say, and I go with it.
She's dusty and cranky and ornery, and like the skin just cracks. It's hard. So for her, I don't think so. But
this beer.
I'm kind of spry and young, and like, I may be around for a little bit. Maybe I'll do the Sleepaway Camp remake as my young self.
You can play the guy with the cock.
I can play Johnny T. Easton's pot. Hey, Johnny.
That's true. He takes his shirt off. You take your shirt off. Works out perfectly.
So what's the strangest thing that's ever happened to either of you at a convention?
Some crazy, cover your ears, little guy, slut tried to jump out of a cake last night, but she didn't jump. She kind of just did this tuck and roll, and everybody thought she was on fire or having a seizure, and it was really bizarre and strange, and that might have taken the cake. Literally for the weirdest thing that's ever happened at a convention. For me, that is. Hey, where's Christina Clean? Anyone?
I wish I was there to see it.
There's video. Sure.
Apparently there's video.
And apparently somebody went pantyless, so that's going to be some good Blood Bath & Beyond.
You'd know about that.
Freeze frames.
I've gotten some really cool gifts.
Gifts?
Yeah, like a lot of people have made amazing sleepaway camp dolls, like Barbie dolls, and you know, that's always nice to receive.
Yeah,
some really
badass
cool.
people.
Yeah,
that is true.
Cool thing.
I got an iPad. That was kind of dope.
That is cool.
Someone just gave you an iPad?
Someone gave me an iPad.
Did you steal the iPad?
She actually stole
find out later that the camera was rigged to their house.
It's Rich's iPad. Give it back.
Perfect stalker cam.
Rich, are you missing your iPad? I am. There you go.
No weird stuff. Like the horror fans are cool.
The best.
Conventions are cool. Like
that's a boring
predominantly
answer.
Just have a good time.
I've seen creepy people at your table before. You're lying.
Ooh, it's boring. You're a fucking boring moderator.
I gotta
told
go.
Me one time at Horror Realm, someone tried to sniff your hair. You could have at least told me.
No, this is a bad
That was her
story to tell.
husband.
No, someone tried to sniff my husband's hair.
Well, he's a nice looking guy.
But it was a relative.
It was this guy.
It was super weird. Super weird. Does he smell good?
Yeah. Is that obsession?
Huh?
Obsession?
The stabbing guy? Oh, I stabbed someone by accident. A fan. Hello. Anybody want to play? I did. And apparently Kane Hodder told me I'm part of an elite group. Apparently there's a small group of people that have actually stabbed another individual, and there's even smaller group of people that have actually stabbed a friend. So
that was a friend?
I am elite.
I gotta leave.
Yes, I stabbed him,
imagine?
and I glued him shut.
I'm surprised you haven't
and then
stabbed
I
me
stabbed
yet.
him again and sent him to the hospital. Jesus Christ. Be afraid. That's not a good story. Now nobody likes me.
It's a scary
You're
story.
a dick.
We were all afraid. Anybody in the audience has anything to
Hello?
Questions?
Hello?
say? They're all afraid.
Yeah, this guy. Bring that mic over. Stand up, Ty Man. Wait, first of all, introduce yourself to the audience, please. This is obnoxious. Say hello.
I'm Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
Hi.
I got you chocolate this morning. Yes.
Hi, Kevin.
Happy birthday.
Hey, it's my birthday.
Yeah. Do your children like horror movies?
Okay, so our little guy's too little, but Mia has just recently expressed an interest in watching horror movies. She's 11 years old. And probably because her best friend is this dipshit's daughter. And that one watches every horror movie on the planet.
My
So
children watch everything.
I think ours was finally like, oh, I guess it'd be kind of cool. So she started watching The Walking Dead and fell in love with The Walking Dead. Which, if she likes Rick, who nobody likes Rick, but she's like, Rick is so cool. But, so we started to try to show her movies, and she loved Fright Night. She thought Fright Night was like awesome. She thought it was hilarious when Chris Sarandon's walking around with no shirt on. She's like, that guy's so gross. Like, wow, people thought he was dreamy. But we showed her Poltergeist, which she was like, that was cool, but not scared. It's kind of shocking. What else did we show her? We showed her Cloverfield. She thought it was boring. She hated Blair Witch, but she was terrified of Child's Play. Terrified.
Well, that is scary.
Like,
that's terrifying.
Mom, I'm totally okay with like adults dying, but I'm not okay with kids like trying to be killed.
Well,
I don't
that's
like that. And old people like Felissa, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
it's weird.
Wow. It's going to be a long panel.
We're only on minute 12.
My kids, minute 12. Wow. Somebody please.
Christina?
Give me a drink. Christina. I'll answer the question as well. Should I answer?
We have a fan that's dying.
Yes,
to ask a
please.
I have a question.
We love you.
Hello. Introduce yourself to the audience,
I'm
please.
Rich
This is a
Delzato.
family affair.
My question is, now that your children are appearing in these films, are you going to be happy for them when I start inviting them to my convention and leave you at home? Or will you be jealous?
Okay, so you want to hear a funny story? Fuck you, first of all. And second of all, I got a call like about a year ago. And it was like, hey, Tiffany, this is so-and-so. We're doing this movie. It's really cool. It's with this director from England, and the budget's blah, blah, blah. And it's a really great time. And I want to know, what's going on over there. So, before you get started on telling me, let me know the dates, because my schedule's kind of full right now. They go, oh, but we're calling about Mia, my kid. It says like, that little bitch is busy.
I'm sorry, who's old? Who's old? Move over, Grandma.
So meanwhile, I was like, okay, well, no, she is available, but that mother role, they're like, oh, no.
That's Christina Cleve. Where is she?
So now,
Yes, please invite them.
When they want to do that, I think it's going to be pretty badass. If they want to do it.
Yeah.
But I will cry.
They're both great in
I
Tales
will
of Halloween,
sob.
right, Sean? The kids?
What?
The kids are good in Tales of Halloween.
Kids are awesome in Tales of Halloween. They steal the show, as they should.
Hi, Felissa. I'm Jay from Blood Bath & Beyond.
Hi, Jay.
How's it going?
Hey, Muscle Wolf, where the fuck are you going? You got all
They have a
together?
panel.
That's fun.
They're the other spring
Enjoy
clean panel.
yourselves.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, how's it going? I want to talk about the Slayer video that just dropped.
Thank you, you Slayer. Yes.
Planted question.
Yes.
What was your role in the Slayer video that just hit 1.5 million views on YouTube?
In 24 hours,
I'm planted.
1.5 million views. Thank you. I produced
Finally a band that's older than you.
This is true. No, actually, we're the same age. And that's the truth. So does anybody know Slayer, the band Slayer? Thank you. Well, they just released an album yesterday called Repentless, and their 11th studio album, and it's incredible. And their record label, Nuclear Blast, called me and said, we'd like you to produce their video. And I thought, wow, that's the best thing I've heard since I played the cat in Tales of Halloween. So I produced. It was a lot of
like
fun.
a dying old cat that got hit by a truck.
You know?
Everybody look at me!
It was a great costume.
Barry Bostwick, love your costume.
Barry Bostwick loved me. I'm in a scene with him. Quickly, but I'm in there. So yeah, Slayer was a dream job, and we had so many celebrities in it. Danny Trejo, Tony Moran, Vernon Wells.
I was busy.
Tiffany couldn't make it that day.
Tyler Maine is in it too, I think.
Just great people, and it was. And it takes place in a prison. I love you. It takes place in a prison. It's a prison riot, and we shot it over 2 days. It was 105 degrees. I can't tell you. You have to go watch it. It's on YouTube.
What was your part in that?
I said I was the producer.
Who directed it?
I produced it, and B.J. McDonald's the director. He directed Hatchet 3. And he's amazing. It looks beautiful. It's Sean Whalen is in it. It's like a throwback to the old videos where it tells a story and there are characters. And it was just, it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Good question.
It's a lot of fun.
Who else has a question?
This young gentleman here actually has another question for both of you.
Whoa, what's up, dog?
This is the last one.
No, have more.
Okay. Out of all the celebrities you met and worked, out of all the
Which one do I dislike?
Yeah, how many celebrities have you met in your life?
Oh, like 97, 98.
Well, we do these conventions a lot, and we meet, everybody. We're on tour.
Wait, celebrities you said? Oh, like one. I met George Clooney once. And then a lot of these fuckers.
We have another question right here.
Hi. Sorry. This is for Felissa. Do you still keep in touch with anyone from Sleepaway Camp?
I keep in touch with a lot of the cast. I'm really close with the director, Robert Hiltzik, and I talk to Jonathan Tiersten.
Every day.
Every day. John Dunn, who played Kenny, Aunt Martha, Desiree Gould, Paul D'Angelo, who played Ronnie. A lot of them were, yes, Frank Sorrentino, he was here last year with me. So a lot of them.
I have a follow-up for that. That the guy who played the really creepy pedophile cook.
The chef.
The chef,
yes.
yeah. Was he at all really that creepy, or was
no,
he
he was
just good at what he's
actually
doing?
a really sweet, quiet man.
Who played him?
His name is Owen Hughes, and he's a great actor. He was terrific in the role. He was so creepy and awful, but he was just a really kind man, yeah, and he was a terrific actor, so he did a terrific job.
So Sleepaway Camp had a lot of content that even today people wouldn't go with.
Yeah.
So why do you think Sleepaway Camp, other than that, has withstood the test of time and has that cult following?
It's my penis. Clearly, it's my penis. It's all about my dick. Now, I think that, there are issues in that film that still stand,
Yeah, like the bullying.
The bullying, the, transgender, so many issues. And I think if you really watch Sleepaway Camp, there's a lot of subtle nuances, even though it's a cheesy, crappy 80s film, but it has a lot of layers, more than, that meets the eye. It was the crying game first, so fuck them.
Drew, do you have a question out there?
Oh. Anybody in the audience? Anybody else have a question? I guess I could look mine up.
No.
You
Archie
scared
has
of
a
me.
question. Stand up, little man.
Wow.
Like you said about your kids, have any of them gotten bullied when they went to school? Because I've been bullied for 10 years.
You've been bullied?
Yes.
I'll come there and beat somebody's butt for you, dude.
Please do.
Nah. All right, so check it out. I think all of us get bullied at some point. Like even the coolest.
She
kid in
bullies me
school-
every
No, it's really true. No, I'm serious. I do bully her a lot. But I think even the kid that you look at in school and you think, wow, that kid's the coolest kid ever. That kid's a chump, and that kid, when he gets older, he's gonna have a problem, and somebody's always gonna be there's. Don't sweat the small stuff, man. You're way cooler, you're way cuter, and you're way more badass than any of those idiots at your school.
You know what? Kids who act that way
have a problem at home.
They have problems, and they're really scared. Actually, people who have to be mean to others, it's coming from a place of fear and not feeling good about themselves. So you just, stay true to yourself, and you stay positive, and just let that go away, because it's only making you stronger. And you're amazing, and just
Then
know that.
Let's learn some karate, so we can.
So let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
We are free to do motivational speaking at your church, at your elk
bar
lodge,
mitzvahs.
your bar mitzvahs. For free.
For free, yeah. We're free.
More like what he was talking about. Do your kids' friends, have they seen your movies? Do they know the movies you've done, the kids' friends? Because
I am really popular with the 5th grade boys.
Because I can imagine some of the movies you've done, but even her movies, they can say some pretty nasty things about their mother.
Interestingly enough, like right now, well, first of all, we have really cool girls. They're not girly girls, they're not tomboys, and they're mega nerds, but they're the cool nerds. So they've embraced what we do to a point that so far, so good. Like the grades they're in, they're not at the point of we're going to be super mean to you yet. But I mean, your kid likes what you do. My kid thinks what I do is so stupid. Like everything we do is so dumb and it doesn't matter, but I have been fearful of the next few years when like middle school grade girls are real little bitches and someone does look up what I've done. And
I never
but it
even
doesn't
thought
matter
about
because
it.
I don't have a problem going to 6th grade and punching a kid in the throat. Just you guys will have to back me up that I was not there when it happened.
Hi, I'm Jay from Bloodbath & Beyond.
Hi, Jay.
I have another question about the Slayer video.
I'm not a big fan, though, to be honest. I love the video. The video is awesome.
Thank you, Jay.
Both of you guys are in like a ton of horror movies now. A lot of cameo pieces. Is there a cameo that you guys have made that was your favorite?
Night of the Demons. Only because I was such a huge fan of Kevin Tenney's original Night of the Demons that I would have done anything to be in that movie. And when I found out they were casting for it, they kind of had already cast everybody. And I don't know if I was just annoying enough or whatever, but they're like, we're going to make you play the badass doorwoman Diana and you're going to steal the money. And I was like, yeah! Like, to me, it was like a dream come true next to playing Angela in that movie. So that'd be mine.
I would say I did a movie called Horror by Dante Tomaselli.
Not Tales of Halloween.
Oh, excuse me. What was I thinking? My cameo as the cat in Tales of Halloween. No, I did Horror, and I loved working with Dante, and it was a beautiful movie. I don't know if you've ever seen
Whore?
it. It's called Whore. It's your biography. Yes! Felissa has left the fucking building.
Oh! I'm sorry.
No, it's horror.
Old horror.
That's my story. So, yeah, I really loved it. I loved working with him. I had just gotten back into the horror genre, so it was fun. It's a beautiful movie. Looks really good. Have you ever seen it?
Is it out?
Yeah, it's been, I mean, I did it like in 2001 or something.
Hi, Jay from Bloodbath & Beyond.
Jay.
I was curious, of all the cameos that you've done, is there anything that you regretted being in?
Every one of my
Tales of Halloween.
Axeman, Tiffany? Axeman?
Axeman was pretty bad, not as bad as Beg.
Fair enough.
Oh shit, we could go through that list. We'll be here all day. Axeman. I don't know, I try to forget. I do, I try to forget.
I did a movie called Blood Reservoir. I'd like to forget about that. Sucks. Sometimes you just do really shitty movies, and you don't even know. You're hired as the actress, and you go and you make the movie, and it just sound sucks. You know, story
Especially
sucks.
the cameo
editing
stuff. It ends up being, you know, we spent our money to bring you here, but on nothing else. Like I legitimately showed up on a project, and they had somehow forgot to buy cards for their camera. Like, you're making a movie. Like, how does this happen? But then again, I was on bigger movies where the producers had underwater scenes and they forgot to buy oxygen for the underwater cameraman. So shit goes bad every budget.
So let's talk about a good movie that you were in. You were in the Frankenstein Syndrome.
Whoa!
So let's talk about your experience on that film.
I did a movie called The Frankenstein Syndrome. It was originally called The Prometheus Project. If you guys haven't seen it, you should see it because it's pretty. I'm pretty dope in it. And I play a molecular biologist, and the dude who was directing it didn't want to put me in the movie because he didn't want to cast a scream queen. What a dick, right? And then I won all these awards for it. Like, Best Actress, oh, from a Scream Queen.
Who is he?
I married him. After the fact.
Sean Shredder! Woo!
But it was really cool to do a film that was so different from the I'm running in the woods and my boobs fell out type of Scream Queen roles that often come to people like Felissa when she was younger. But to get offered something like that, even though he didn't want me, but the other people did believe in me enough to do it, and to say words that I don't know the meaning of, that I really had a hard time pronouncing, but being able to pull it off.
I think that in Caesar Renato's also Paranormal Halloween. You get cast as the doctor quite a bit.
Hello, I'm a doctor.
So odd.
But yeah, but it was really quite the experience. Like it was fun to do a movie that I was legitimately proud of. It's not often.
Another question, Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay from Bloodbath & Beyond.
Jay.
Speaking of Blood Reservoir that you were promoting vigorously last year at ScareCon.
We hadn't seen it.
Now, what was it like getting back with Max Sorrentino?
It was
or
great. Frank Sorrentino, who plays Little Peter in Sleepaway Camp.
You shared a dick?
What's that?
You shared a dick.
We shared a dick. Sometimes he takes it, sometimes I take it. We're very close.
Life imitating art.
Oh.
He takes it a lot more.
He takes the dick a lot more. He takes the dick a lot more. I like that. I'm going to say it over and over. So we reunited on Blood Reservoir, and it was really fun. He still looks exactly the same, just like he did in Sleepaway Camp. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, 8-year-old little boy now. He's like a 38-year-old man, and 48. I don't know. It changes. Depends when you ask him. But
if he has a TV show or not.
If he has a TV show, if he went to the tanning salon, I don't know. No, I love you, Max, wherever you are. But it was fun. It was nice. It's always good to reunite with people you've worked with, and she and I really haven't done anything together.
Nobody gives a shit.
So, fuck that.
Hi, I'm Drew from East Coast Horror. So most of the great 80s horror films were remade or remastered. Why do you think that Sleepaway Camp hasn't been touched yet?
Because the director is a pain in the ass. It's very sentimental. He's terrified to give it over to somebody else. Sony wanted to buy it for like so many millions of dollars, and he was like, no. So now that I work for Carol Co Pictures, I'm trying to take over and sort of have him in the lead, as well as, other creative people, writing it, helping him along, directing. So we'll see. I think we'll go into production within the year.
That's good news.
Yeah, we're talking about it.
So unlike some of the other people that do conventions and horror films, you guys are actually fans of the horror genre. So if you can tell us how you got into horror, where your passion comes from, and maybe some of your favorite movies.
All of mine was trauma. I was a little kid in New York, and my mom would go out of town, and my brother would watch me, and he'd throw on trauma movies, and everyone would come over to my house, and they'd all get high and be like, watch this shit! Surf Nazis must die! It's the most dopest shit in the whole wide world. I'd be like, oh my god, I want to make these movies! But I was just like a New York kid that didn't know anybody that made films or anything like that, so... I did. There was an ad in a paper looking for extras, and it was for a trauma film, and it ended up being Romeo and Juliet, which was one of James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy's first movies, my first movie. But I cut school. I went to the audition, hoping, praying, maybe I'll be seen in the background, my shoulder. And when I got in there, I lied to them, and I told them I was 18 years old. I also told them I knew Kung Fu. Both complete lies. I was 15 or 16, and they ended up casting me in a legitimate part, a small part. I played Peter, the bodyguards of the Capulet family. They kept my name the same because trauma's cheap and didn't want to change the name on their typewriters back then. And it was the coolest experience of my life. Because the genre fans are super loyal, I would travel around with Trauma, and ended up hosting their TV show for Channel 4 in the UK for a long time, and the genre fans were fans that ended up making movies. And they're like, man, I saw your first film, and now when I was finally 18 years old, legitimately, I want to put you in this movie. And then these guys were growing up and leaving SVA and NYU and putting me in their films, and kept me working. And I think it was truly because my enthusiasm for the genre was the same as theirs. I would geek out just the same way you would when I met Jeffrey Combs, or even this dipshit, It was that same love for the genre that a lot of people would shy away from it back then,
A lot of love right here. Yeah, no, I was the same way. I did Sleepaway Camp, and I was hooked on the genre. I would watch The Shining and Magic and Last House on the Left, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was raised with all of these movies. I'm an 80s kid. I was making movies in the 80s, and it just sort of, and like Tiffany said, a lot of people, who were fans were making movies, and they would just call you and say, hey, come and be in my movie. And then, that's how it went. It was like we just kept working in the genre. You'd meet people at conventions, and it just went from there. And I never veered off. I don't think I've ever made I made one comedy, 60 horror movies, so I'm staying right here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Another plant. Clap when I say this.
I love you. I have the $5.
Anybody else in the audience have any questions? Okay. Oh, God.
Oh, microphone! Microphone boy! Mic boy!
He loves that.
I'm John from Bloodbath and Beyond.
Hi, John!
Hey! And my question is for both of you, seeing that you are Scream Queens, I would like to know if you could be in a horror film and be the Scream Queen, which killer, as an actor, would you want to kill you? So which actor,
What's he talking about?
if you're in a movie and you can have any horror icon be the slasher, who would you want it to be? To face against you? That's not a shark, Tiffany.
Shit.
Tiffany Shepis? Tiffany Shepis?
Huh, that's such a fascinating question. This fan fiction.
You know what? I love Kane Hodder, so I'm just going to go right for the jugular, and I'm going to say that man can strangle me, hurt me, fuck me, whatever. Did I say that out loud? In any movie. So thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to take Doug Bradley for the win. I think fighting Pinhead would be that would hurt. That would suck. That would hurt. Maybe you can be that chick, she's no skin.
I went for the person, you went for the character.
Oh, I go for a character. You want, a person?
Yeah, Mike, what about you?
Nobody
Scream
cares
queen that
about
you are. Who do you want to kill you?
Gunnar Hansen.
Oh, Gunnar. That's
The original Leatherface.
Yeah.
That would
That's
prob-
cool.
You know, for a long time in the 80s, women were just fodder for the killers, but there's sort of been like high tension where the female was the killer. Either of you
Spoiler
interested
alert.
in a role like that? Sort of the violent kind. You were, the possessed crazy girl at points. But does that interest you to take a role such as that?
Yeah. Like, when I got the role in The Violent Kind, if you guys haven't seen it, it's pretty dope. It's a Butcher Brothers movie. They did the Hamiltons, and I'm going to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but I get to play crazy, possessed, batshit, crawling on ceilings, covered in blood and fucking people up kind of character. And when they called me about doing the part, I was like, there's nobody else that you're going to find that will be more happy to be covered in blood, dripping in shit, up all night, crawling around the ceiling, getting bruised up than me to be in this movie, because that's always been my dream, is to play kind of like the Mindy Clark character in Return of the Living Dead 3. Angela stuff. Badass, crazy, possessed bitches is what I want to do. So I was through the moon. And then that movie played Sundance. That's kind of dope.
It's always fun to play the crazy. I mean, the monster, I think it's good for females to be in that role. Female directors.
Female directors?
Obviously you ladies have worked in the horror genre for a long time. If you could pitch your own movie, the thing that interests you the most, what would it be?
If I could pitch a movie?
The movie that you want to do that's like your heart and soul, what's your movie?
I'm not giving you my ideas, you thief. You studio conglomerate thief. He wants to know what would be like the dream movie that we can get made. My husband actually wrote a movie which was the sequel to the Night of the Demons remake. And at this time, my character, because I'm the only one left with the money, decides to throw the party. So, Dirty Door Woman Diana ends up being somewhat of the Angela character. And the script is really dope. Kevin Tenney loved it. Adam G loved it. Everybody loved it, but we don't have the money. So if anybody here has $500 grand to fuck around with, we can make Night of the Demons 2 after party. Oh, Bloodbath and Beyond is sponsoring it. Way to go.
There you go. I would say I'm now producing Adrienne Barbeau's book, Love Bites. We've adapted it into a screenplay. It's now called Vein. And that is my dream movie. It's werewolves and vampires, and it's really dark, the script. It's a little different from the book. It's just going to be a little bit like American Werewolf in London, and I'm really excited to be on set working with Adrienne. That's going to be a treat. Thank you, ma'am. I have your money as well.
Anybody else have any final questions?
Well, always a good time with these two ladies. Everybody give it up for Felissa Rose and Tiffany Shepis.
Thank you guys for being here.
And Christina. Thank you.
In the spirit of Christina Cleese.
Where'd she go?
What was it like working with Rob Zombie?
I couldn't find her. I tried to.
I know what she's at.
Bummer. Anyway, thanks for listening to the BS. Hope it was sort of, kind of, a little bit enjoyable. And come back next year because Felissa's going to be doing an aerial circus act for my birthday. She's going to be doing some indoor hang gliding. It's going to be a lot of fun. No nets, no parachutes, all her. Splat.